and I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul. And today's story is You Are Not Alone in Peace. And I have my guardian angel John with me today. There are other beings that are present as well. But you are not alone in peace. And I asked him, what does that statement actually mean? And he said, it means when you are at peace, you are not alone. There are so many of you that find yourselves isolated in your own thoughts, disturbed, cast about, tortured even some of you in your own thoughts and memories, tortured. When those thoughts and memories are not in your way, you can establish peace. And in peace, you never feel alone, although you are, in a manner of speaking, alone. You are not disturbed. Your peace is complete. Being able to assert your freedom means being able to liberate yourself from your thoughts. To liberate yourself from your thoughts and restore peace. So I asked them, well, what's a really easy way to do that? They said, stop giving your thoughts attention. That is the first step. Stop giving your thoughts attention. Stop giving your past attention. As that one you know of as Jesus says, the kingdom of God is here and now. It is not before or after. It is here and now. And in that there is pure peace. There is pure peace. And of course, you know the work that we have done here over the last year or so, that we place a lot of emphasis on the power of your breath, that your breath is a divine assertion over your body. Your breath, your being able to deliberately breathe and relax, is a divine assertion. Your divine assertion, your assertion of your soul over matter. He says that many of you find yourselves believing that matter should dominate your life rather than you dominating matter. Your Creator gave it to you to have dominion over this world, loving dominion, not abusive dominion, loving dominion over this world. This is the world too. But how many of you are subjugated to your body's inclinations? How many of you are lost in them? How many of you are stuck in them, what it wants and what it needs, and you are a servant to it, not to your Creator? So the sacred process of breathing is one of the first steps that John said is always important. And they've repeated this message over and over and over and over again. Your breath. Use your breath to quiet your body, quiet your mind. In that place where there is silence and you know peace, you will not feel that sensation that so many of you call loneliness. But right now there are other machinations of men that are seeking to make you feel afraid and alone and isolated and terrified of your world. But we would simply say to you, that is the greatest lie, for you have nothing to fear in this world. To align yourself to your peace, you shall be unmoved from there if you understand that. In order for you to have your peace taken from you, you must be willing to give it up. And if you are willing to give it up, then you will have no peace. And many of you have given your peace up. And you have believed or been led to believe that by giving your peace up, you will have relief. And yet you do not have relief. For each time you give up your peace, you give up your vitality, you give up your life to others, you surrender your peace. And now you just simply have anxiety about what will be next and what will be next and what will be next. And as you surrender your peace, you surrender your alignment to your Creator and to many of us that are seeking to communicate with you right now. There are many of us with you now. John is also saying that it's important you understand that to pay no heed to your thoughts, but also pay no heed to fear. the greatest thing that will deter you and harm you is fear. If you are being taught to fear, then the one who is teaching you this, pay them no heed, for they do not deserve your light, nor your love, nor your attention. They who would have you live in fear are not inspiring the divine in you. They are seeking to be adulated. They are seeking to be adulated by you and others. Understand? In this place of peace, and I know some of you know this place, where you are not lonely, but you are alone, but there is nothing wrong with that place. It's just a place you feel like I am who I am. So John came to me when he said that this morning, said, this is where we have to start. You will never be alone in peace. You're only alone in turmoil. And the world is giving you much turmoil to distract you from your peace. But we can assure you, if you align to your peace, there is the word, and there is inspiration, and there is guidance as to what you should say and do that is beyond what men would tell you, what your governments will tell you, what your leaders will tell you, what your employers will tell you. You must understand this, that your peace cannot be granted to you by men, but only by your Creator. And you may accept that grant, for it is always within you. It is always within you. Peace is always within you, as is love, as is joy, as is fulfillment and playfulness. They are all within you. The kingdom of God is within you here and now. But there are men that would tell you they could show you a better way to be happy and fulfilled. Their way will show you. And we say, no. The way is already established. You are the way. Your peace. Pull yourself out of your mind. Pull yourself out of this world for a little while and restore peace to your mind. For you do not have to leave that body to find heaven, if you understand what we are saying, that it is here and now within you. And as has been said, you begin with your breath. You begin with your breath. You assert your will over the world, your breath. Have no thought. Pay no heed to thought. Turn your attention away from the thoughts the world has given you, the thoughts that it insists that you must accept and believe. Turn your attention away from them. Go inward to where all freedom arises. And in that place of peace, you will be free. And then you will hear us. You cannot hear us in the noise of this world. You cannot hear us in the thoughts of others in your mind. You can hear us in your own peace, for we align vibrationally there, much the same way as you can change a station on a television. You can tune into us. And some might argue, well, what good does it do if you turn your attention away from these ones and turn your attention to these other ones? Is that not the same thing? And we would say to you, no, it is not the same thing. For we would not seek to diminish your peace, but we would seek to increase it. Truth can be heard within the peace. Truth can be heard within the peace. Understand this. If your mind is so noisy and busy with this thing and that thought, now, should I do this or is this good or is this bad? If your mind is so busy, there is no peace. There is no truth. You're simply confused. But when you can release yourself from the confusion, when you can restore your mind and your body to that place of peace, then you can hear. In peace, you can hear the truth, and the truth will set you free. In peace, you will hear the truth. But with so much noise and interference, it is very difficult to hear the truth, is it not? Would you not agree? What do you believe? Do you believe what they say, or they say, or they say? No, go within to the peace within you. It is there always. Simply turn your attention away from your thoughts. Use your breathing to quiet the body. Yes. And in peace, you can hear the truth. You cannot hear the truth in a confused mind. You cannot hear the truth in fear. You can simply react to fear. But in peace, you can hear the truth. And when you have peace and you hear the truth, then actions, what you will say and what you will do, coming from that place of truth and peace, will be greater than all the gold that men could offer you. When you establish yourself back in your house in peaceful demeanor, and you hear the truth, then what you will say and what you will do will be of greater worth than all the gold that men could offer you. And they have offered you a lot. They have offered you a lot to surrender your peace and your truth. And many of you believed that they would give you peace and that they would give you truth, and they have done neither. For we know that most of you do not feel peace or truth. And this is not a matter of choice. This was a matter of manipulation. These ones are very manipulative, these dark ones. And they know of whom we speak. And so, in your peace and in your truth, you are not alone. You will never be alone in truth or peace. And your words and deeds will be very different than the words and deeds you're being told to perform by others. But know that it is established in your own heart, the truth. It is not something you have to get from the world. It is already established in you. We'll say again, the kingdom of God is within you. If they say it is there or there or there, nay, it is within you right now. Can you not feel it beating the heart in that body? You can. Feel it. It is beating your heart, that divine truth within you. And in there is life, and more abundantly it is there within you. We simply offer this process in the simplest way that we can. To begin to breathe, to relax your body, to begin to pull your attention away from the world and the thoughts of this world, the fears of this world, the manipulations of this world. Go within. Restore the peace. When your attention comes off your thoughts, your attention is free, and so are you. You will be free of your thoughts. And most of those thoughts are not even yours anymore. And when you are free of that which is not yours, then you will find that what is yours is restored to you. You will find that what is yours is restored to you when you surrender the thoughts that others have given you to accept and believe. For all that you need and all that you require is within you. The fulfillment of your purpose and the expression of your nature can only come from within. There are no men on this planet that can give you the fulfillment that you desire. There is no man, no gold, no food that can give you the fulfillment that already resides within you. And so when we came to William this morning, we were very clear about this. You are not alone in peace. Ever. And to know this, you must relinquish yourself from your mind, from what the world has told you to believe is true or not true. And it is not that difficult, but it can be challenging sometimes. Trying to find the right word to communicate what we already know to you can be challenging. Trying to find the right words to communicate to you what we already know can be challenging, for there is much confusion about what is true and what is false. But we can say to you that all truth resides within you, and you can know it, and it will set you free. Go within. So this has been my morning with these guys. And when John came in and said, William, this is it. People, when they restore themselves to peace, will never feel alone. We're only feeling alone because we're confused. We're so caught up in the illusion of the world and what other people think, feel, and believe they're telling us is real, and then going inside and finding out that you have a place inside that is incredible, that there is in you right now, literally the kingdom of God is within you. Heaven is within you. It's your true nature, and it wants to express through you. And yet there are so many people in the world that benefit from your suffering and from your being confused. It is time to surrender that. There are many benefiting from your suffering, and they want to benefit more. And so they will find more ways to make you suffer so they can benefit more. And that is what is occurring. That is what is occurring right now. And so restore yourself to peace. Restore yourself to peace, and you will never be alone again. And it is pretty amazing when you realize you can pull your attention away from your thoughts. Just pull your attention away from your thoughts and just go into a place and don't give any attention to thoughts. Use your breath to stay in that place where you're not paying attention. And all of a sudden, this feeling starts coming over you. When you go to that place, you take your attention off your thoughts and you breathe. And you really breathe. And you just keep your attention away from your thoughts. Literally, keep pulling your attention away from your thoughts. What you're thinking about the world, what you think you might have, keep your attention away from your thoughts. And just allow yourself to become still. And what's it say in the Christian and Catholic Bibles? Be still and know I am God. You get to know the I am God within you, that God is within you. You are that which you are seeking. And you can only know that in the stillness, in the place of peace. And if you knew that you had infinite capabilities, infinite possibilities of creation, you would never worry again. You'd never be afraid again. You know that nothing is impossible to you. And it's true. It's very true. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Tanya, Patricia. Hello, Vertical. Hi, Kelly. So it's interesting, that concept that you're not alone. That you're not alone when you're in a state of peace. That, I really felt it when he said it to me, when he said, William, you're not alone in peace. And I thought, okay, let's try it out. So I shut my mind up because I've become very politically active lately and very vocal about what's occurring. And so I did. I shut it all off. I pulled my attention away from everything. I breathed. I relaxed my body. And I felt free. I felt free. I felt liberated. And I also felt inspired. Inspired. This last week I've been so inspired to speak up about what is true and what is false. And there is such an amazing energy to that when you are inspired from within. Something inside you says, do this, say this, write this. And you're inspired. And you can hear the words and you get the inspiration. You're going, yes, this is the truth. And I should say this. And I should share this. And I should let others know this. And you're getting this confirmation from within you. You start to know what is right for you to think. to know what is right for you to say and do, versus waiting for somebody to tell you what you should say or tell you what you should think. They're completely different states of being. So I got to be reminded of that this morning. And I hope that what's coming through me today is reminding you of that. That until you are in a state of peace, until you can pull your attention away from what this world is trying to convince you of, you are stuck in the world. And you're stuck with its story about what is true and what is false. But when you restore yourself to peace, you will never accept anything that's not true. When you're truly grounded in peace, you'll never accept a lie again. And you'll know it. You'll know it. Anytime somebody's trying to ensnare you with fear, they're not liberating you. They're imprisoning you. When somebody's telling you something, if you don't do this, something bad can happen, they're using fear. You want to restore peace. Breathe. Restore yourself to peace, to love. You'll know the difference when somebody's saying something that is true and that which is false. You have to do this, or this bad thing will happen to you. If you do this, this amazing and wonderful thing will happen to you. You'll be free. You'll be happy. You'll be connected to your guides and angels. You'll get inspired divinely. You'll be guided and nurtured to evolve yourself, to unfold who you are to your highest potential in this lifetime. You'll be able to fulfill what you came here to fulfill. And then there's the other guy that says, if you don't do this, you're going to suffer a horrible death. If you don't do this, there's really not truthful things going on right now. And I'm being very careful, and I've asked them to be very careful about what gets articulated, because we want you to hear the truth in such a fashion that they cannot deny it. And by denial, we mean quite simply they would, if I spoke really candidly, they would prevent you from seeing this video, as they have done in other videos. And so you'll approach it from a perspective that they cannot deny the truth. When you are in peace, you will never be alone, ever. Peace is a vibration, like a station you can tune into on a radio. Just as fear is a vibration that you can tune into just like on a radio. And that vibration of fear is going to let you hear certain things and let you experience certain things because you're tuned into them. And that vibration called peace is going to let you tune into certain things. It's going to let you hear them and experience them. And you get to choose, but you cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve fear and peace. You can serve one or the other. You cannot serve two. And so the confusion comes with going back and forth. You cannot serve two masters. But you'll feel the difference immediately. Take a breath right now. Breathe. Do this. Breathe. And feel what happens inside your being when you exhale and you breathe. Take your attention away from all the thoughts the world has been giving you for the last lifetime you've been living here. Turn your attention away from all of those thoughts that the world has been giving you in this lifetime. And just restore yourself to this present moment. This present moment. And if you do that, to whatever degree you pull your attention away from that which distracts you from your peace will increase. You have fear and you pull your attention away from the world, and suddenly you shift the scales. You change the station. You recalibrate your awareness. You recalibrate your awareness to a frequency that lets you hear, to see, to know differently than what fear would let you see and hear and know. And we encourage you to play with that radio and change the station deliberately. Do not let the world change your station. So many of you let the world adjust your dial for you. Stop it. Adjust your own dial. Change your own station. Alter your frequency. Do this deliberately, right now. And turn your attention away from your thoughts. Because in peace, you will never be alone. And in peace, you will hear and find the truth. Vibration organizes the conditions of your experience of matter, time, and space. It does. There's no escaping that. Fear will organize your experience one way. Peace will organize your experience another way. And what shall you choose? It is your will that decides this. We cannot force anyone to operate against their will, nor would we ever try, for that would be an act of fear, not an act of love. But we will encourage you with great hope and compassion and understanding that even if you do not choose to listen and hear, we will understand. But please restore yourself to peace so that you can learn to hear not what the world tells you, because the world will tell you what the world will tell you. And there are many who gain much wealth and much fame and much power from your fear. They gain much wealth and much power from your sickness. They gain much wealth and much power from your negligence. But that is a choice. And you are free now, and always will be, and always shall be. Here and now. Here and now. Wow. Let's go into some questions. Good morning, Kelly. Hi. So this place of learning to adjust your frequency, yes, we want to go on this a little bit more. This place of learning to adjust your frequency from fear to peace will lead to truth, and truth leads to love. They're not separate. Peace, truth, love, they're all together like this. They're all together like that. So aligning yourself vibrationally, intentionally, consciously is so important, especially if you think you're alone. Because remember, the way it's being set up right now is designed to make everybody feel lonely, that they're isolated. There's nobody around to protect you. There's nobody around to care for you. And they will tell you they will take care of you. But they have not taken care of you, not at least in the way that you think that they were going to. But the love that you seek will not be found in the deeds of men. The love that you seek will be found in the spirit within you. It is you. It is what you are. Your being is love. The machinations of men will enslave you. The fears of men will enslave you. The fears of men will enslave you, and only the peace within you will liberate you from those fears. You cannot choose both. If you hold fast to your fear, you will never know peace. If you hold fast to your peace, you will never know fear. You will never know fear in peace. You will never know peace in fear. And this is your choice. There is only one choice. But you may make it one way or the other. You may choose fear, or you may choose peace. You may choose either, but you can only choose one. You cannot choose them both. Please understand this. Understand this loneliness that you feel is not you. The loneliness that you feel is your separation from who you are. The beautiful being of love that you are is hidden amidst the fears you are told to pay attention to. And men would seek to imprison you to their fear, for it gains them much and you very little. You lose your soul while they gain the world. Please understand this. We have a question from Grace. How can we maintain our peace with having verbal, emotional, abusive family members around us? Thank you. This is a beautiful question. This is a beautiful question. Your journey will lead you to great freedom, to know that no matter what they say or believe or do, that does not reflect you, to be seduced into their fear, to be seduced into your fear, into their fear, is what they seek. For if you do not agree with their suffering, they will seek to have you suffer because they do not wish to suffer alone. For those that are suffering are lonely because they are in fear. If you are lonely, you are in fear. If you are in peace, you are not in fear. So when these dear ones give you a difficult time in their ignorance, in their lack of understanding, understand that their suffering is far greater than yours, and that you are aware of their suffering and how great it is. And you are a compassionate soul, and you're saying, I'm aware that they are suffering, and it pains me. You are aware of their suffering. That is not a bad thing. But simply to say to them, why are you so afraid? Would you not rather have peace? Let go of your fear. And you do not hold on to their fear either. They have made their choice. There are others like you that do not live in fear, that are alone but never alone. And so look for those ones. Do not try to convince those that have made their choice that they should make a different choice, but be that which you are. Be that which you are, with grace and peace and compassion for those that are lost in the pits of their hell. For they are lost in the pits of their hell, those that live in fear, those that have been led into that place of hell, of fear, because that is what fear is. It is hell. Fear is hell. Peace is heaven. Very simple. And you cannot serve both. You cannot be in both places. You can only be in one at a time. So be in your peace. When those ones are suffering, turn away. Or offer them your peace. Say, why are you holding on to your suffering? Why do you wish to think this way? Does that make you feel good? Does it give you peace, what you are saying? Remind them that there is peace. But you must establish peace in your own heart as well. When it is established in your heart and you are there firmly, you will not be alone, and we will be with you. You will hear us inspire you with thoughts and words and ideas that you can share with others. From the perspective of being by yourself, that is one thing, but from the perspective of being in a place of peace, you are not alone. Yeah. I just want to talk on a note. I'm very aware of that process. And so I know a lot of light workers right now walking around the streets, and you can see the fear in people's eyes and social distancing, this whole process of fear, trying to force people to make a choice to be afraid. And once you make a choice to be afraid, you lose your peace. You lose your connection to source, bit by bit by bit. So turn your attention away from fear, and those that would have you be afraid, turn your attention away from them. And align yourself to peace. There is inspiration. I'm so blessed because I get inspired every day from these beings. I'm never, ever, 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 ever alone. And neither are you. But when you're in fear, even though you might be around a whole bunch of people, all those people are afraid because they're all in fear. They're all alone in a crowd. But when you're in peace, you don't need a crowd to feel that you are at peace. Everybody's trying to find peace in the crowd where everybody's trying to find peace. Nobody can find what they're looking for in the other. It's already within you. You just have to go there. Go to that place in peace. It's really amazing. It's a real privilege to be able to not be alone. Question from Tanya. Can we ask our future selves here and now to send a message of peace back to us? Absolutely. This is a great idea. When you understand the power of forgiveness, which is about letting go, and the power of your attention. Because your whole life and all past lifetimes, all future lifetimes, you can put your attention on them from the present moment. So go into a state of peace. If you are already in a state of peace, then send that feeling of peace back through your timeline of this lifetime. So send it back all the way far back to the time, to that moment of conception. Like literally take the energy of that peace and put it back through your life. Go back from this moment, but stay in the moment and keep transmitting that feeling back from this moment back, from this moment back, all the way as far back as you can. And stay in that peace. And let every part of your past life feel that which you offer it. And it will have a profound effect on the now, because you'll feel your peace multiply. For as you sow, that too you shall also reap. And is not your past, but the soil of your life now past, and you can plant new seed in that soil, and it will grow. It will grow right now. Great question. Great answer, guys. Thank you. Question from Sunny. Are tattoos bad for us? I had one recently, and I've been getting comments from family that they create dark portholes in the body. Thank you. Again, why would you indulge the fear of others as if it's your own? This is the big problem that so many of you face. You understand what we are saying when we simply say there is fear and there is peace. You cannot serve two. You must choose one or the other. You may substitute mammon and God, love, fear, anger, patience. You may substitute. But understand, do not indulge in fear, for it only leads to one thing. And there are many that know that it will lead you to one thing, and they benefit greatly from your suffering. They do not benefit from your joy or your freedom. Wow. So do that. Don't indulge their fear. Don't indulge in buy into anybody's fear. It's harder to do now than at any other point in time in the last 150 years. To not get caught up in the fear that's being disseminated around the planet. To stay aligned to a peace within you, and then to be willing to articulate that peace. Because I've been guided to become politically active these last few weeks, to speak out against the fear that's being perpetuated on people. And each of you will find your own way of taking action, but I'm following my guidance. But really, anybody tries to get you into their fear, no. Anybody tries to get you into their fear, don't go there. Just smile, let them have their fear, and say thank you, and then stay in your peace. If you try to resist them or make them change, they'll try to get you to conceive of their belief even more. They'll try and convince you that their fear is more real than your love or your peace. Do not let them do this. They will try. They will try to do that. Many of you are experiencing this. Just simply smile. Let them have their fear. Do not make their fear your fear. This is a problem. Do not let them make their fear your fear. Yes, a lot of people have done that. A lot of people have been told to do certain things, go certain places, and act certain ways because of the fear that they've been told. And if you go and you do and you act as you're told by those that are giving you their fear, then you will become fear. You will be in their fear. And at the very least, if you do what they say, you might get temporary relief, but that's all you get. You will not get eternal peace from temporary fear, right? Things of God are eternal. Things of men are finite and temporary. Question from Vertical. A mother that feels anxiety on the first day her child goes to kindergarten. Where does this anxiety come from when the child is not worried at all? This is a great question. 2 levels. Again, one of the things we teach in our mediumship program is the different levels of the human being's nature. We've got a body, which is an animal instinctual mechanism. It's an instrument. Your body's an instrument. It's an instinctual instrument, like a duck's or a dog or a cat. That's what your body is. Remember this. Your body is an animal body. It's not who you are. Please hear these words. Your body is an animal mechanism. It's not who you are. But this animal mechanism has instincts in it. It likes certain tastes, pleasure, pain. It likes certain things. It's conditioned to protect its offspring. And that anxiety, for you at least, is coming from two places. One, you're placing that child into a place that's unknown and unfamiliar that you won't be around with. And there's a natural fear that's built into the body that wants to protect the child from harm. That's natural fear. So your anxiety is not unnatural. Unless you sense or feel from a position of awareness, your soul, because you've got a body that's got its nature, you've got a mind that has ideas, that you may have watched shows about children being abused in daycare centers or by nannies, and so you've got that in your mind. Is it your mind that's causing you to be afraid? Your mind is thinking, well, what happens if somebody harms my child there? And now you got the fear from your mind. And then there's you, your soul, that says, my child is in alignment with this process. She's excited to experience this. I see her joy. I want to embrace her joy. I don't want to give her my fear. I don't want to live in my fear and then give that to her. Do not give your daughter your fear. Do not give her your fear. But if you, on a level of intuition, sense or feel there might be something not right in that space, that's something else. But your soul will always know the truth. Always. But remember, don't let your mind get in the way. Don't give other people, especially your children. So many people give their children their fear. It's so annoying to watch that happen. Parents giving their children their fear. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Giving children fear is insanity. You want to give them fear and expect them to lead a happy life? No, do not do that. It is terrible to give children fear. It's the worst crime of all, to give a child fear when you are supposed to be there to show them love. I don't know who that was, but wow, pretty intense. Okay, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom? A Course in Miracles. Oh, fascinating. I thought it was a question. You will know. Question from... I think we're good, guys. I think we're actually done. It looks like we're done. Sonny, you got your question. Tanya's question. That was a great question, by the way, Tanya. Grace's question. No, they were all great questions today, guys. Yeah. So when you get established in your peace, when you return yourself to peace, you will never feel like you're alone again. You'll never feel like you're alone again. Ever. Animation is asking if there's any message for her today. For those of you that are new here, if you've got a question, always write the word question in front of your question so that my sight center picks that frequency up and communicates to them that you have a question, right? They're saying, do you not hear what we have said today? Is that not enough? If you knew that peace would lead you to heaven, you would not have asked that question, for you would already know what to do. Even in this moment, if you restore yourself to peace, you will be free. And it's true. Think about it. Take a breath. Take a deep breath and relax. Turn your attention away from all the thoughts that the world's been telling you to think, what your newspapers and TV stations and politicians have been bombarding you with, and take your attention away from all that stuff. Just imagine if you turned your attention away from all that, how you would feel right now. You'd feel pretty darn good. People enslave others with fear. People liberate others with love. I'll repeat that. People enslave others with fear. People liberate others with love. Remember that. Question from Margaret Magnet. What is the quickest possible way to overcome all fear? Take your attention away from it. Take your attention away from that. Forgive it. Let it go. turn your attention away from it. We have said to you to bring your body into that state where you breathe it and you relax it, to take your attention away from all thought, all memory. Be in this moment. For in this moment there is nothing, no place, no space, no time. And in that you are limitless. There is no fear there. You can do this. You can do this right now if you simply breathe and take your attention. And for some of you, this shall be very hard because you've been so used to running to the window to look out at the fire trucks, and you've been so used to running out the window to look at the strange things out there. You know, all of these thoughts and ideas that they bombard you with are designed to keep you looking outside the window and not inside the house. Turn your attention back into your house. Restore yourself to your being, to your peace. We are waiting for you, and we are coming to more and more of you as you begin to realize the revelations of what we say. That to restore yourself to your peace is to restore yourself to truth. To restore yourself to truth will restore you to love. For what love does and says is truth. And what is truth will give peace to those it is bestowed upon. Wow. Guys, I want to thank my guardian angel John for being present with us today, and the Divine Collective. And I think Master Jesus is in here too. It's in a multidimensional realm. It's a very different realm than the world you know of here. There's no confusion. There's no confusion when you're not caught up in fear. There's no confusion when you're not caught up in fear. There's clarity. There's freedom. Anyway, I want to say much love to all of you today. And I want to say again to our mediumship students, looking forward to seeing you for our first meditation of the course at 4 p.m. today. And thank you for all those who are involved in that program. Look forward to working with you for the next 3 weeks. If anybody wants to join any of our classes and courses, we still have another one beginning in about 3 weeks' time. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and you can check out our courses and classes there. And I want to say much love to everybody. If you want to support this work, go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. This allows me to come live 4 times a week. We do 3 Monday, Wednesday, Friday soul shortcuts for your soul. And on Saturday, we do a guided meditation to integrate the energies and conceptions that were generated during the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's a wonderful program, and we are delighted to do it. And I want to say thank you again. Much love, everybody. Enjoy your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.